Dzień dobry. Dobry wieczór. Nie mówię po polsku, angielski. Dziękuję bardzo. Angielski tak. Jazda.
Timmy!
No, it's Jimmy. Blah, blah, blah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be in English now. My Polish is not good enough. It is the 28th of August, 2025. Latest Wisla Krakow news. Coming up, stay with us. We've got some interesting stuff. Starting with an interesting conversation I had with a Wisla Krakow fan on Facebook today. And it was Łukasz Fedorovich. Apologies, Łukasz, if I have butchered your name. I did explain to you that my Polish is not that good yet. I am working on it. But the conversation came about because there was a post put up by Jarosław Królewski, the boss man at Wisła, the owner, the big cheese, whatever you want to call him. And he was commenting on the future of Wisła and how things are going. And as I was reading through it, I did the translation, and then I was looking at the comments underneath, which I always do, and translated one. And when I looked at Łukasz's translation, he was basically saying, and my understanding of it was, trust 100% in the owner, Jarosław Królewski. He's got this covered. You know, we've all got to get behind him. Don't question anything that he's doing. Too many chiefs and not enough, you know, not enough Indians, you know, that kind of thing. And it just, and in one of the parts of the statement, he said, so just let him get on with it and shut up. Just keep supporting the club regardless. And I thought to myself, it was all going well until I saw that last little bit where he said, and just shut up. And so I questioned him on it, and I said, look, it's dangerous to just blindly follow somebody. You know, it just makes no sense whatsoever. That whoever's running the club, somebody needs to be holding them to account on decisions that are made. And he came back with a long reply, which I didn't expect. So I said to him, I really do appreciate it. And we had a bit of a back and forth. It's on Facebook if you want to read it. So, but he was basically saying we were agreeing, if that makes sense. And I think translation was getting in the way a little bit. But we both agreed that Peter Moore being at the club, taking a little bit of the pressure off Jarosław Królewski's shoulders. Get up if I put my glasses on. Taking a little bit of weight off his shoulders is only beneficial for the club. And he also brings a fresh perspective on things, whether that's merchandising, whether it's promotion of the club off the field as well as on it. You know, I mean, Peter Moore, he's a pretty experienced guy. You look at his bio, it's impressive. It's impressive. And the fact that he's come to Wisła is a massive bonus for the club. And I'm pretty sure that JK, the owner, is seeing the benefits of that decision. So, so me and Łukasz, Łukasz it would be in Polish, Łukasz in English. So we've started following each other on Facebook now. There's a back and forth. And, it's good to get different perspectives from other supporters. So it was a big bonus. So I thank him for that. And let's get into some other news, some exciting news for Wisła. So Krzyżanowski and Kuziemka are staying at Wisła for the long term. The club's already reached an agreement with both. Mariusz Jop is banking on young players. We're bringing youth into the squad. We are bringing down the average player age, it's just fantastic. And the way they are playing, what a good call. What a good call. just absolutely fantastic young players. And they're not the only ones, but these two players have put in outstanding performances. It says Krzyżanowski and Kuziemka, who were recently called up to the Polish under-20 national team. Kudos to them, well deserved. They've been shining since their first matches with Wisła. The left back, that's Krzyżanowski, has already scored a goal and provided 4 assists. One of them on the weekend that we just saw for Adit Nikaj, a goal on his own debut. I think he'd only been on the pitch a few minutes as a substitute late on. And lovely little pass in the penalty area over the top of the defender by Krzyżanowski, and Nikaj, he made no mistake with that. He's a unit. Keep your eye on him. He's going to be a player. He's going to be a baller for Wisła. And the winger, Kuziemka, has a goal and 5 assists. So as you can see, youth is definitely paying off for Wisła. Their development also offers Wisla Krakow a significant profit opportunity. Therefore, the club has been working diligently to secure their future. That was wrote by Tomasz Wlodziak from the website Selski Poland. The comment in there, their development offers Wisla Krakow a significant profit opportunity. Hopefully we don't need to sell. Let's just go there. I'm definitely behind Jarosław Królewski. I know I've questioned him in the past, and I feel justified and rightly so in that questioning. But where he's going now, what he's doing, I feel that I'm pretty much. I'll never be 100%. I think I'd be a fool to be, and anyone would be a fool. But I'm in the 90s. I'm behind him and backing him. Hopefully the fans will do the same. We've got Peter Moore there as well. So, yeah, I am definitely making that decision to get behind the big boss. It said their development also offers Wisla Krakow a significant profit opportunity. Therefore, the club has been working diligently to secure their future. They've reached an agreement on new long-term contracts. By the end of the summer transfer window, which is coming up rapidly, Wisła should finalise all formalities and officially announce the contracts for Krzyżanowski and Kuziemka. So that's great news. And this is further great news for the fans. A lot of good things have been happening at Wisła for some time now. And the collaboration between Królewski and Peter Moore could bring benefits on many levels. I'll just get comfortable. It's wrote, Wisla Krakow is performing admirably on the pitch, and JK reveals what's going on in the offices. The club is seeing significant revenue growth. Wisla Krakow has made a fantastic start to the 25-26 season, collecting a perfect record from 6 matches. They are top of the table and clear favourites for promotion to the Ekstraklasa. It seems the 4th year at the bottom of the league may finally be their last. That's a slight issue with the translation. So what it's saying is not bottom of the league, but being in the Betclic 1 as opposed to the Ekstraklasa, which is the Polish equivalent of the Premier League. The White Star is not only winning, but above all, dominating their opponents. And we are dominating them. For Wisła, the positives aren't limited to the pitch. Jarosław Królewski boasted about his financial results comparing revenues from recent years. When they say boasting, I don't think it means boasting in the English sense. I think it means he's proud of the achievement as opposed to it being a boast. In 22-23 season, it was 35.91 million Polish zloty. The following season, 45.79 million Polish zloty. And in the 24-25 campaign, he he managed to record an estimated revenue of 51.5 million Polish zloty. This indicates that the club is developing on various levels despite playing in the Betclic 1. Wisla Krakow's financial health has been a major concern for many years. At one point, it was even seriously threatened with bankruptcy, but now everything seems to be heading in the right direction. JK, that's Jarosław Królewski. I call him JK from now on. JK states, I remember when we were worried about whether we would maintain a generic revenue budget of 25 million Polish zloty. Working hard at night makes sense. I think he means he was working hard late into the night and he's getting the benefits of it. And just if you're curious, a Polish zloty, 25 million Polish zloty would be roughly 5 million pounds sterling. It's roughly 1 to 5. There was almost no support from local governments or cities at that time for the most expensive infrastructure in Poland. Bravo team. Extremely hard work in the offices, in the stands, and basically everywhere. And that's what JK wrote on his X platform. So he's well proud of what they're doing and he feels confident for the future. So he should, it looks like. Revenues are up. Next up, we have got Wieczysta and Wisła Kraków are currently the top two teams in the Betclic 1. According to the current schedule, the head-to-head clash between these two teams is scheduled for September the 6th at 2:30 p.m. That'll be over in Poland, so 1:30 in the UK. However, the likelihood of the match taking place on that day is slim, as coach Chechers suggested after Wieczysta drew 2-2 in Monday's game against Wrexham. It was a late goal. We saw that when I was doing the last video. Did us a real favour there. And with Chicha dropping points as well, Wisła, in theory, increased the lead without kicking a ball. The coach said, I know that both Wisła and us will be sending letters this week regarding the match's postponement. Obviously, in such a situation, we have to reach an agreement. However, I don't know how the league will react to this. For now, we're preparing as normal, but our main focus is the upcoming very difficult match against Polonia Bytom. We know the pitch there has an artificial surface, and that's completely different type of game. So, yeah, that game isn't probably going to happen, which is a shame, really, because I was looking forward to that, but the international break is going to probably mean that it gets postponed. And here's why Wieczysta is not hosting a Betclic 1 league matches at the home ground. Wieczysta Krakow Stadium does not comply with the league's infrastructure requirements. As a result, they are playing the first home fixtures in Sosnowiec. They are scheduled to return to Krakow and play at Wisła Krakow Stadium after the winter break. The reason that Wieczysta's home stadium doesn't comply because the capacity is too low. Stadium requirements for League One are strict. The Polish Football Association sets minimum standards for stadiums. Capacity, it's usually at least 4,500 seats. All-seater is preferred. Pitch quality must meet FIFA size standards, being well maintained and have heating systems for winter. Definitely need that in Poland. Facilities, proper dressing rooms, referee rooms, media areas, doping control rooms. They need safety regulation, turnstiles, CCTV, crowd segregation and medical facilities. Lighting, the floodlights, they have to be at least 1,200 lux for TV purposes. So using a compliant temporary venue ensures that the matches proceed without violating the rules. Moving back mid-season to a compliant Wisła Krakow stadium, that's going to restore their home advantage. But Wieczysta's situation it's not unusual. Many ambitious clubs in Poland, they outgrow the stadiums, so they need to go to a bigger stadium. Why they do the upgrades to their own stadiums. After the winter break, Wieczysta is set to return to Krakow using Wisla Krakow Stadium as the temporary home. For the first half of the season, they'll be using Sosnowiec's ground as it meets the regulations. Post-winter break, Wisla Krakow Stadium will be used. They've got a brand new stadium planned, but there's no funding yet. So, and it's not even under construction. So how long this is going to continue, how long's a piece of string? Seeing as Wisla don't own the Henrik Remont Stadium, but the local municipality do, here is what happens when teams share a stadium. Because initially, Wieczysta Krakow publicly stated that Wisla had declined to allow them to use the Remana Stadium. Despite City support, this led to Wieczysta having to arrange the games elsewhere, like I said, at Sosnowiec for the first half of the season. It was the 25th of... When is it? 25th. It was the 25th of June. After mediation, including city officials and infrastructure authorities, both clubs issued a joint statement agreeing that Wieczysta would be able to play the spring home matches at the Remana Stadium. Wisla Krakow, as the main tenant, pays rental fees to the municipal body that owns the stadium. In 2024, the club was reported to owe approximately 1.5 million Polish zloty for its usage. That same body took steps to boost stadium earnings by offering additional commercial uses like conference rentals and skybox bookings, even naming rights, to sort of offset the losses. So I looked into this to see who likely keeps the gate money. And there's no public breakdown of the financial split, but based on standard practices in stadium sharing arrangements, it says Wieczysta would likely retain matchday ticket revenue as they are the home team. Wisla, or more accurately, the municipality, benefits indirectly through rent payments from Wieczysta for using the stadium. Concessions or hospitality revenue like food, beverages, merchandising may default to Wisla or the municipality unless explicitly negotiated otherwise. Nothing in the public statement suggests a revenue sharing agreement beyond the general stadium usage, so Wieczysta likely handles ticket sales, while Wisla / the municipality profits via the rent and possibly ancillary services like I said, the drinks and food and what have you. I'm pretty sure Wisla won't be losing out financially though with JK at the helm. It looks like now he's getting on the ball with Wisla's income, so he's not going to let it slip through his fingers. Moving on. Wisla Krakow will celebrate its 120th anniversary next year. It's reported the club is preparing seriously to celebrate this anniversary in the best possible way. Unique jerseys for next season have already been announced, and the White Star would also like to play a match against a familiar opponent. Seisman Janzik, writing on the Weslow.com website, reported that this is Wrexham AFC, which recently gained promotion to the Premier League. There's a bit of an error there. Wrexham currently play in the English Championship, not the Premier League, so they're currently in the equivalent of the Polish Betclic 1. However, if they get promotion this season, the translation error could turn out to be correct, but we'll see. But they're currently in the English Championship. This club is incredibly media-driven, and the project itself is a global phenomenon. Wisla Krakow sees this as an opportunity to promote itself beyond Poland's borders. That's what we're doing here at Catch It Live First. Wisla Krakow's #1 UK fan, Jimmy James. We're working hard. We're trying to build up the online presence through YouTube and LiveStream. There are plans to bring Wrexham AFC to Poland and host a friendly match. Of course, Peter Moore, who is involved in both clubs, would play a key role. Jarosław Królewski confirmed that Wisla Krakow is indeed treating this matter as a priority. He also admitted that he preferred to invite Wrexham AFC as no reputable European club would consider sending their biggest stars to Poland. Now, to me, that sounds like a bit of a slight on Wrexham, a bit of a put down, but I'm pretty sure it's not meant in a derogatory way. I think once again, it's just the translation. He goes on, even though it's our priority, the chances are still slim. And besides, 48 nations are playing in the World Cup next year. The chances of any reputable team arriving with their first squad are slim to none. Even if they were available, I'd still choose Wrexham. Anyone who doesn't understand that is, in my world, only half intelligent, explained the White Star owner. Jarosław Królewski is going for it. He's going for it. It's a bit harsh, that, from JK. Not everyone's going to know that Wrexham have A-list owners from Hollywood and the NFL. You know, it would be good publicity for the White Star, though. That is for sure. Right, moving on. Victor Biedrzycki of Wisla Krakow was a guest on the Studio Remonta channel. In an interview with Marcin Ryska, the player spoke about his time at the club and the team's excellent form. When I joined Wisla, I found myself in a difficult period. The pre-season was short and the team was practically new. A new coach, new players. I think reaching the 4th round of European qualifying was a big challenge. It may not have been an achievement, but many people wrote us off, and yet we managed to thrill the fans. There again. The translation. I think there what he's trying to say is they didn't get through and qualify the European. I think eventually we ended up in the Conference League. It didn't work out, but it's not a failure. And it certainly was a thrill for the fans. Lots of goals involved, that's for sure. The only downside was Joseph Colley doing his ankle for the season pretty much. It carries on. Well, keep up the good work, Biedrzycki, and please, no red cards. Moving on swiftly. Recently, Wisla have been bringing a lot of joy to its fans. Furthermore, a certain Wisla craze is evident as evidenced by the crowd numbers in the stands, but also by the even greater than usual media interest. The White Star defender also addressed this topic. We don't really talk about it. We've heard some interesting journalistic materials. In reality, Wisla is always in the news, regardless of the results. It's great that we're being talked about positively now, but the most important thing is the daily work and achieving our goals. This campaign, the Krakow team has played 3 home matches so far, and each time the attendance was impressive. Biedrzycki admitted that it was a unique experience, especially for the new players. They were impressed by their first match with our fans, even though some had previously played in bigger leagues like the Eredivisie. The Wisla fans are unique, said the experienced player. Certainly true. If you've never been to the stadium and watched Wisla, it's fantastic. The atmosphere is superb. When the ultras get going, the noise, the way it reverberates, it's like an old-fashioned stadium where the noise just goes around the stadium. It is fantastic. If you ever want to go and you're not sure what to do, drop me a line, catchitlive1st@gmail.com, or you can live stream. The chat's always open. Let me know in there, or you can always comment on the video. We can talk you through getting your tickets. It's pretty straightforward, and price-wise, you'll be amazed. If you want VIP tickets and if you're paying in sterling, it's about 55 quid, something like that, for VIP tickets. Where I sit in the stand right on the halfway line, about 8-9 rows back, it's about £10. About £10, about 50 Polish zloty. Might have gone up a little bit this season, but even so, it's not going to break the bank, and it's a great experience too. So yeah, if you want to go and watch Wisła and you're not sure what to do, let me know, and I can also put you in touch with the lady who sells the tickets. She is lovely and will help you out no end. Now, in other news for Wisła, Ronaldo has signed for Wisła. What you talking about, Jimmy? I can hear you asking now. Well, it's actually Angel Ronaldo's brother who has signed for the reserve team. Just how good he is, I guess we'll find out. And I was thinking, I wonder if this was part of the deal for Ronaldo to sign a 5-year contract that his brother signs on for the reserve team. So, but yeah, if he's half as good as his brother, he's not going to be a bad player, is he? So, yeah, two Ronaldos at the club. It can only be a good thing, and the more ties he has to the club, the better. So we wish him all the well. Now, tomorrow night, we have got the big one. The big one for this week. We've got Wisla Krakow away at Legnica. Legnica, a bit of a slow start to the season. Let me tell you, they are no mugs. They are a good side. I've seen them. I went to watch them last December against Wisła at home. It finished 1-1. It was a tight match. And pretty sure it was Mikulek who got on the score sheet there for Wisła. Lovely driven shot into the top corner. You could see it all the way. Bosh, right in the stanchion, as they would be saying on Gavin and Stacey. But yeah, it's going to be no easy task. However, the way we are playing, I'm expecting 3 points. And I'm expecting a good performance from the whole team. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see if Couture comes back into defence. Now he's over from his slight injury, which he did, I believe, just turning his ankle on a sprinkler. But yeah, Grujic for me, last weekend, he was pinging that ball 50 metres, 60 metres, putting it on a dime. Absolutely fantastic performance, especially for his debut, and he looked really good. So Mariusz Jop has a dilemma. Does Grujic move out of the team and Couture comes back in? Or does he stick with Grujic and maybe give Couture another week off to fully recover from his injury? I'm sure he'll make the right choice. I've got every faith in Mariusz Jop. I would never at the moment, I would never say never, but I would never at the moment question Mariusz Jop's decisions. He seems to be on the ball with everything Wisła Krakow. So we'll see what the team uses. It's a 7:30 kickoff in the UK, so we'll be on about 5 minutes before. So say 7:25. We'll go through the team lineups and then let the fun and games begin. Can we go 7 games unbeaten? We've already got that little bit of a gap at the top now with Biedrzycki and Chucha slipping up last weekend. So we have got a little bit of margin for error, but we don't want that error yet. Let's keep this unbeaten run going. And live chat will be open, no doubt in the Agiza will be in. It's a friendly live chat. Frankie will be in there, although I think she might be at a wedding, so maybe not. But hopefully we'll get Piotr in there. And yeah, join us in live chat. Let us know what your thoughts are. Once again, thanks for watching me. I am Jimmy James, Wisła Krakow's #1 UK fan, self-proclaimed of course. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. We've got a stream supporter for tonight, which is Ollie Stone, music producer and mixing engineer. He's given us a massive 20% discount at the moment. A couple of you have already taken him up on that. And they were decent jobs as well. So he'll let us keep it for a little bit longer. But I just know he is busy and he's going to be travelling out of country soon working. So Make the most of the offer while you can get it. You will not be disappointed. If you want to get hold of Ollie, it's ollystoneproduction@gmail.com. Links are in the description with all the details, so use that. As for tonight, enjoy the rest of it. I'll say do widzenia, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 7:25. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I am Jimmy James. You're watching. Catch it live first.